What to do, Buddha Crew? It is your boy, Finna SB here, back with another piece of content. Today, it is the ISF, International Scooter Federation World Final at Lake Havasu in the United States of America. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Get yourself a snack, get yourself a drink. Right now, I'm going to take you through the top 20 qualification list. We have a selection of riders from all over the world. Jamie Hull, Hunter Frost, and Chris Farris qualifying in your top 3, followed by Jaden Shaman. We have Angus Hughes, James Gillatley, another crowd favorite, MATTY CERAVOLO, Archie Cole, who you should all know, Ian Mcdonald, and Anthony Grant, two of my personal new coming favorites. And of course, Jordan Clark is in the final, but did not qualify with a very high score. So it's going to be very interesting to see what he brings to the table. Now, I'm your host, Scooter Brad. If you guys don't know me, I got the best commentary in the game. Trust me, daddy. So smash that like button and subscribe if you have not already. Here we go into the men's Pro Park final at the ISF. Let me know in the chat who you think is going to take the W today. Can Jordan Clark clutch it up and chuck himself up into that top 3? I don't know if we've ever seen Jordan Clark take a win on a concrete skate park. I could be wrong though, correct me if I'm mistaken, but there's not a lot of contests where the world final is held on an existing concrete skate park. There is a little bit of a low-key advantage to any riders that are local to this park or have ridden it many times before. That is definitely something to watch out for out here. It looks like we're about to get underway. This is the ISF, International Scooter Federation Final, Lake Havasu 2022. Your top 20 riders from around the world will have 60 seconds apiece to showcase what they can do. We're about to get underway. There is no time to waste. Get your hands up. Get excited. It's about to go down. Here we go. Angus Hughes dropping in for run number 1. Over the box backwards, coming around the pocket. 360 whip front scooter whip. Coming into the helmet, in and out. Over the pumper. Huge flare inward, bri flip. Couple of downside whips. Bri flip whip out of the transfer. Up and around the berm. Into the box jump. Allez! Can't even call that one. A flip, whip rewind kickless late, if I'm not mistaken. Back to the quarter with an inward bri flip. Whip, kick, bri, whip. The technicality on some of these moves. Fakey Phoebser. Might have been lining up a fakey flip drop. Lost a little bit of momentum here. Backside T-bog. 540 flare, sticking it on the buzzer. Angus Hughes, ladies and gentlemen. The broadcasters have dropped off the name list and score list at the bottom, so we're a little bit unaware of what's going on, but I will do my absolute best to keep you as informed as possible throughout the contest. A solid run from Hughes. Couple of foot slips in the half pipe there. But alas, he has another run later on. There's also no replay feature in this broadcast, so we won't be seeing any of those technical tricks in slow motion. Run number 2. 60 seconds on the stopwatch. Here we go. Kickless, late triple. I don't know the rider's name, as it is not on screen. Into the bowl. Over the box jump, nothing front. Whip, bar spin. Gaining that speed, 20 seconds down, 40 to go. Huge bri butter, sticking it clean. Frontside lip slide. Backside buttercup. Landing so high in transition. Backside flare bar. Whip salad. Great execution there. Kickless air. Into the hip. Triple downside. 25 to go. Finger whip triple. Over the spine. Tail whip. Up and around the mounds. Into the volcano. Heel, finger, late whip. Dropping the foot there, unfortunately. 10 seconds to go, though. No footer over the roller. He's saving his energy for run number 2. According to the semifinals results, the current lineup is not in the same order as the result sheet. I was hoping I could cheat my way into knowing the riders' names without them being on screen, but alas, sorry guys, it's a lack on the broadcaster's end. Next up, 60 seconds on the clock. It could be Ian McDonald. I'm hoping I've got that right. If you guys could help me out in the chat, please let me know. Quad bar twist going down to the cheeks. I am not mistaken. It is Ian McDonald. Previously, it was NILS QVARFORD. And your current leader is Angus Hughes at 76.33. Ian's already had a stack in this run, so it won't be a top 3 run for him this time around, but he does have the second coming up. He's halfway there, 30 seconds in. Alley-oop lip slide. Mac flip air. Frontside lip. About 20 to go. Bar spin out to Manuel. He's dropped off the feet. He knows that's not a top 3 run, but he carries on. Bar spin out. Going to Phoebes. He's really just having fun with it at this point. 360 tail. And that is pretty much it for Ian McDonald's first run. Resetting the stopwatch here. 60 seconds on the clock. We've got a big rider pool to get through and everyone has 2 runs apiece. 60 seconds at a time. Next up, Archie Cole out of the United Kingdom, riding for Chile Pro Scooters. Good personal friend of mine, an absolute legend in the scooter industry. He's been at these contests about as much as Jordan Clark has, and he's always featuring in the finals. We love to see that from him. An extremely talented rider. He's got the height on his side. Here he comes. Fast plant, front flip into the bowl for his first trick. Pumping around the pockets, lining himself up. Huge flare triple whip. Frontside look back transfer. Frontside truck driver spinning both ways, showing that he has the control. 25 years old out of Hampshire, Portsmouth. Shout out the UK Mandem. Coming around the helmet, over the pumper. Big bar to tuck no hander. Great originality there. And a new line we haven't seen all day. Halfway through his run, he's waved it. Interesting decision. He must have lost his line there. Doesn't want to spoil his second run. With the amount of experience he has, you've just got to trust his instinct. As he very much knows what he's doing. Started out really good for him though. The fast plant front flip and the flare triple whip. Very, very big. Just think he lost his way just after that bar spin tuck no. The tuck no hander, a very underutilized trick in this day and age. If I was him, I wouldn't be shaking my head. Let's reset that stopwatch. Next up, reigning champion, multiple world-winning winner. Did I just say world-winning winner? I don't know. Jordan Clark is in for run number 1. Here he comes. Massive 270 leg wrap bar spin out of Chichester. Oh, going down on the double fronty, taking that swimmer stroke. At just 23 years old, he's still quite young, you know. He's got plenty of championships left in him. The concrete park might just be throwing him off a little bit. Nowhere near as bad as his stack at the Nitro World Games. Don't know if you remember that. Pulling out of the triple front flip and had a major scorpion on the landing. Thankfully, that is not the case in this run. He is safe and not sorry. Jordan's going to be looking for much more in run number 2. We hardly got to see anything from him there. Next up, 60 seconds on the clock. Here at Lake Havasu ISF Scooter Finals. It is Wyatt Anderson from Canada. Here we go. Fast plant, fronty whip. Up and around the berm. 19 years old. Huge backflip with a multitude of whips. Might have been 3, might have been 4. Up and over the roller. Massive overhead butter to bar. There's a Mac down heel by the looks. It might have been whip umbrella to heel. Double throw bar over the hip. Very, very technical. Coming around the berm in the opposite direction. Going for an interesting line here. Over the volcano box sideways. Downside whip transfer. Down whip to front lip. Flare whip. Front side lip. Backside lip tail. There's a deck grab bar twist. Pumping around front side in the helmet. Whip to heel. Mac flip. Losing a lot of his momentum here. And that's it for his first run. Some pretty interesting moves in there. The double throw bar, one of the more technical moves out there. Might want to chuck a whip before or after that one, just to add his points in the score sheet. Jordan Clark getting a lazy 13.67. Gut-wrenching score, but he'll be back for number 2. Hopefully he sticks that double fronty, and we can see what else he's bringing to the table. No doubt he'll have the downside butter. He's got plenty of tricks up his sleeve. "60 seconds on the clock. My personal favorite newcomer to this level of contest, it is Anthony Grant. Now this guy's gonna show us some moves, let me tell you. Here we go, 60 seconds, dropping in. At 20 years old, he's going over the box backwards, around the pocket, massive triple whip bar transfer. No issues for him there whatsoever. Big transfer again with the toboggan. Pumping around, getting that speed up. Here he comes to the tall side. Whip front scooter, might have wanted a bar spin in there. Unlucky, letting go of the full heel twist to finger, I think he was going for. Still continuing on though. Whoa, my days! Was that a bar twist, whip bar, bar twist? Or whip bar twist bar? I don't even know. The pace on that trick was insane. His hands moved so quick. Frontside lip all the way around the pocket. Unlucky coming out there. 15 seconds to go. He's not wasting any of it though. Back to the tall side. Bar whip. Unlucky coming off again. Anthony Grant losing his way out there, unfortunately. But he'll be back for run number 2. Next up, riding for Lucky Pro Scooters, another one of my favorite riders out there in the comp scene. It is the young, the talented Jaden Shaman. Looks like he's going to have a couple of bar spin moves in there, just memorizing the muscle. Grape slushies in the background, egging him on. It's time to go. 60 seconds on the clock. Jaden Shaman from the UK. Oh my days. Heel side bride. Not even going to call the rest of it. Around the pocket into the box jump. Heel cup to kickless. Here he comes to the big quarter. My God! My God! The amplitude on this kid. I think it was flare triple to bar. It might have been 2, might have been 3. But the height blew me away. Triple downside heel. Bar twist. Tail. Around the berm. Here he comes into the box jump. Allez. Flip. Rewind. Rewind. Little bit of a case there. He's going to want to tidy that up. Back to the hip. Invert. Front flail. No fast plant needed. Jaden Shaman killing this run. This skate park. The execution. Everything. Ticking all the boxes. Very, very solid from him. He will be in the top 3. No doubt about it. He only has a very slight amount of things to tidy up. The case on the box jump will knock him down very slightly, but the amplitude on the flare is unforgettable. Next up, riding for Apex Pro Scooters with 60 seconds on the clock here at Lake Havasu ISF Men's Pro Park Final. The judges having a very, very tough time filling in those score sheets. They are taking their sweet time. This Apex rider, very well known across Australia. And as a matter of fact, the world. It is Dane Forbes in for run number 1. Here he comes. Right twist, deck grab, if I'm not mistaken. Up and around the berm. Here he comes to the box jump. Wow! Wow! Not even going to try to call it a flip. Something. Another huge trick there on the quarter pipe. Downside whip. Bar spin. 540 flare. Inward bride to back it up. Up and over the box. Oh, losing his way a little bit there. He might want to wave it off. Looks like he's going to carry on. Backside lip. Frontside lip. Bar bri whip. Mac flip. Heel full kickless. Just a little bit of time left. Dropping into the volcano. Huge flip, deck grab, bar twist? Unfortunately, stacking on that one. Dane Forbes is going to want to re-up in his second run. Maybe just quickly down a pint of water and a protein bar. And he'll be back strong. Jaden Shaman currently sitting in first place at 76.67. Next up, lucky representer. with 60 seconds on the clock. Dropping in. Here he comes. James Gillatley. Heel full rewind. Late whip. Up and around the berm. Coming to the box jump. Whip rewind, 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 rewind. The quick feet. Triple bar spin. 20 down, 40 to go. Up and over the spine. Bry double. Tuck no hander on the box backwards. The flow is crazy. On the volcano, heel side Bry to Kiki. A little bit of Tokyo drift there. He's going to want to tidy that up, but solid so far. Staying on the whip, that's what we like. Whip rewind inside the flare. 20 to go. Buttercup. T-bog. Looks like he's running out of steam. Double downside whip. Flip drop. Called it, sticks it, and that is time for James Gillatley. Unprecedented riding out here at the Havasu final. Very daunting riding and doing these kind of tricks on a concrete park. The danger factor is high. Looks like we're back to the top of the sheet. Angus Hughes is back for his run. Run number 2. What is he gonna do? With 60 seconds to show it off. Here we go, representing Apex Pro Scooters, it is Angus Hughes in for his second run. Bar, whip, bar on the box backwards. Up and around the pocket, here he comes, whip front scooter late. Inside the 360, coming around the helmet into the quarter, alert. I think that's a flare front scoot, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like I saw him take one hand off. There's a triple down, backed up with a triple heel. Showing he can whip both ways consistently and clean. Wow, unlucky there. The flip, Superman bar spin. Looks like he's waving it off. Very unfortunate there for Mr. Angus Hughes. Currently still sitting in second place. He's going to be hoping he can hold on to that spot for the rest of the day. Who will upset the Apex Pro rider? We'll find out in due course. The action is really taken off here at the Havasu Men's Pro Park Final. Be sure to clip your favorite riders and repost them everywhere you can. Here comes NILS Quavered for run number 2 with 60 seconds on the clock. 360 whip front. Up and around the berm. Coming to the box jump. Nothing front. Late double whip. The abundance of cameramen with their iPhones. Wow, double overhead to bar. Almost stuck it. Like I said earlier, there's no room for error. If you want to make that top 3, top 5, top 10, you got to be flawless out there. About 15 to go. Looks like he's lining up for something big. Might be a new trick for him. Here he comes. What has he got? Is he going for redemption? Bry, Mac, bar spin. Unluckily going down there. Needed a bit more speed. But it was absolutely a full send from him. Great effort. NILS Quavered, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, Ian Mcdonald, currently sitting in 8th place for run number 2, 60 seconds on the clock. Here he comes. Front Dono to bar spin. Up and around the berm. Over the box. Bar twist, bar twist, bar twist, bar twist! 4 bar twists over the box! Have you ever seen somebody do that before, let alone in contest? Whip rewind over the hip, followed by a 360 finger whip. Maybe there was a rewind in there. Front Phoebza up the wedge to drop in, frontside lip on the tall side, downside butter transfer, alley-oop lip slide transfer, Mac flip, front lip on the hip. 20 seconds to go, he's packing in the moves and they are original AF. Whoa! 2-foot scooter fakie in contest! My days! How does he have this control? Might have been double untwist there, was too busy flipping out. Here he comes around the helmet, 5 to go. Whip, catch, whip. 360 whip bar. Ian Mcdonald just bodied his second run. He's got to be put in the top 3. I'll be damned if he's not. That was insane. The quad bar twist on the box. My days. Some of the writing here today is blowing my mind. I'm probably going to be a little bit croaky tomorrow. All this writing, all this shouting, I'm about to lose my voice. My vocal cords are getting about as much as a workout as all these fellas. Righto, Archie Cole in for redemption. Run number 2, his last chance to take a spot in the top 3. What has he got for us? Waiting on those judges to give him the wave. Here we go. 60 seconds on the clock. Fast plant front flip. Once again, sticking it clean. Gathering that speed. Here he comes. Massive on the quarter. Huge flare triple. Frontside look back. 270 bar and the heel whip involved. Little bit of addition there from his first run. Over the box. 360 downhill. Bar spin. He's almost halfway there. Bar, tuck no hander, buttercup, 270 downhill bar spin. The lines on this man, triple downhill. Very interesting use, of course. The judges are gonna love that. 15 to go, heel, finger. Up and around the berm, back to the box. Come on, Archie. Catch roll, he sticks it. Around the helmet. And a flip to finish it off. Archie Cole, ladies and gentlemen, and the flail. My days, Archie Cole just crushed his run. That's going to be a big score. Got to be top 3, and I hope to God he stays there. He deserves that wholeheartedly. The line usage on Archie just now. I'm gonna put it in a bowl and eat it up all day long. That was insane. Yes, Archie. Oh my gosh. Jordan Clark is gonna have a tough time following that. The pressure is on. I can't believe he stuck that cash roll. When he jumped, it looked like it was a bit off, but it wasn't. That was just too good. I'm going to be watching that back over and over and over again. Jordan Clark. Run number 2, his last chance to get himself on the scoreboard, sitting at 13 points currently, waving off his first run very early. The judges are having a very tough time putting that one together. I would be too. There you can see Andrew Broussard. Here he comes, 60 seconds on the clock. Archie Cole tied at 67.67. They are both in second, I think, or in the lead. Double fronty, he sticks it. Now he's got to keep it together for the rest of his run. Up and over. Flip inward. Downside triple, big transfer. Wow, underflip tail out of the bowl into the wedge. He's halfway there. He's got 30 seconds to make it count. Massive transfer, inward, downside whip, backside lip to back it up. Big flare transfer with the downhill. Big backside pump around the helmet. He's coming back to the box jump. Heel. No, downhill 360. He's lost it there. With 10 to go, Jordan Clark has flapped it. Unfortunately, with the flip drop to back himself, though, and the 5 flare so low, but he still sticks it. That 1 foot slip is going to cost him big time. Jordan Clark will be disappointed there. Archie Cole has him beat. The two of them have a friendly rivalry, you could say. They're locally riding together quite often. I'm sure they've been pushing each other to get to the heights they're at, and Archie has just done one over on him today. This is a great watch. So, Jaden Shaman and Archie Cole tied. That means Jaden Shaman needs to top Archie's first run with his second, as the judges look for the second run score to break a tiebreaker. And at this point, Archie is not in a great position to beat out his tiebreaker, as I think his first run was set at about 50 points with a few slip-ups. Next up, Wyatt Anderson, 60 seconds on the clock with the fronty into the wedge, up and around the berm. Oh, going down on the box jump there. They've announced Jordan at 6th place at 71.33. Not his day today, unfortunately. Jordan Clark will not be on the podium. Backside blunt. Triple downside heel. Just about halfway through his run. Up and around the berm. Losing it there on the volcano transfer. Unlucky there for Wyatt Anderson. His second run done and dusted. A big upset here today from Archie Cole. Still can't get over it. That run was just special. There's no other way to put it. It was a special viewing. Now you see the storms just walk through the camera sightings. Old Coda Schutz making a brief appearance there on camera. It must have been Coda that called in the storm yesterday evening. That strong rain hurricane coming out of nowhere. Next up, Anthony Grant. One of my personal favorites, like I said. Currently sitting in 10th place with only 45 points. He's going to need to do something special out here to get himself into the top 3. Can he make it happen? We're about to find out. 60 seconds on the clock. Anthony Grant drops in. Whip, rewind over the box backwards. Pumping around the pockets, back to the volcano. Massive transfer, triple whip to bar spin. Getting the lines going. Here he comes into the far side of the park with a toboggan transfer. Pumping, front side. Look at him go. Up. Whoa, the float on the whip front scooter. It just hung out there all day long. Up and around the berm, 30 seconds down. He's halfway through. Bar twist, whip, bar. Almost slipping. Going a little too high in the helmet there. Massive buttercup. His overhead airs are very, very cool. Yes, the front board 270 in fakie. Whip bar spin transfer. Tail whipping out to the wedge. He's got 10 to go. One more big box jump trick. What's it gonna be? Double heel, double whip. A little bit underwhelming from him, but that is time for Anthony Grant. A solid run. He landed all his tricks. Could be third place. Could be second. Some unprecedented riding going down here today. Now it comes down to Jaden Shaman. He needs to score better than a 55.6. Otherwise, he will be at risk of being beaten out of his tiebreaker spot by Archie Cole. The pressure is on. It could not be higher. Anthony only slipping into 7th place with 69 points. Here comes Jaden Shaman, 60 seconds on the clock. Triple whip bar. Clean, flawless. Up and around the berm. He's coming to the box jump. Allez. Flip, inward, whip butter, but he slips out. He should not wave it off. He cannot wave it off. This is going to be detrimental to him. Does he know? Does he know about the tiebreaker point system? I think Archie Cole's going to have him beat here. Redemption. Oh, he goes down again. Surely Archie Cole is going to beat him out of his tiebreaker spot. These are the things that riders need to know during the contest, prior to the contest. They need to know these things because instead of going into a redemption on the same trick, he should have kept his run going. Executed the rest of it, got higher than 55. He's definitely not going to get 55 for that run, which means Archie's going to beat him on the tiebreaker. These are those technical things that riders really need to know at this level of contest. Goodness me. This is a very exciting watch. Here comes Dane Forbes for his second run. He's got a lot of work to do. Sharman is currently ranked first, but so is Archie Cole, which means Archie's second run score is surely going to beat out Jaden Shaman's second run. So Jaden will sit in second, Archie will sit in first. They've not listed Jaden's second score there. So we're going to find out at the end. Dane Forbes, 60 seconds on the clock. A double overhead to the wedge. I did glance away. I might have got that wrong. What was that? What was that? What on earth was that trick? 20 seconds down, 40 to go. 540 flare. Oh, foot reset though. Big Superman over the box backwards. He's halfway there. Finger whip triple. Inward bry. 20 to go. Frontside lip. Bar bry whip. Mac flip. No, going down on the heel full kickless. Dane Forbes is gonna cost him. Back to the volcano on the buzzer. Oh, going down hard on the cheeks there. I bet that one hurt. Hopefully he's got some tortoise pads on the cheeks, or else he'll really be feeling it tomorrow. And the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. That box jump trick, though, was incredible. If only we had the slow-mo replay from multiple cameras. That was a crazy trick, man. He'll be going home with a great Instagram clip. Looks like they've allowed him to go for another attempt, but unfortunately not making it happen for the insties. He'll have to try it later on. Looks like it's getting a bit dark out there, fellas. They're gonna want to wrap this up as soon as they can. Next up, James Gillatley. He's just moved over from Apex Pro Scooters to the Lucky competition team. A new team development from Lucky, which I like to see. Dane Forbes in 9th place with 64 points. Gillatley currently 5th with 73. 60 seconds on the clock to make it happen. Here we go. Dropping in. Heel full. Double late whip. Into the box jump. Rewind, 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 rewind. In and out of the helmet. Coming through to the hip. Bar spin, not getting what he wanted there. 20 down, 40 left. Bar, whip, bar. Right, double whip. Up and over the box backwards. No trick though. The judges are looking for those kind of moves. There's the heel side bri to double late whip. Downside kickless, 20 left. Whip rewind late. Setting himself up for whip butter. 15 to go, toboggan. Losing a bit of speed though. Double downside whip, he's looking a bit steamed. Here's the flip drop. Classy. We love to see it. James Gillatley executing his run. Very similar to his first. Don't know if he's actually going to go up on the scoreboard. And that is it for heat number 1 here at the ISF men's final in Lake Havasu. What are we going to see in heat number 2? We've still got Chris Farris and Hunter Frost to keep our eyes on. Very exciting times here at Lake Havasu. So just to recap, we've had a very exciting show thus far. Jaden Shaman looking very hot out there. Archie Cole though, the special moment of the day. That cash roll looking like it was going to go wrong, but he's held on to it and made it happen. Very, very impressed by this. I would say Archie Cole is going to be tough to beat. Someone's got to either top his score or tie him up and do a better second run. We've already seen Jaden Shaman get tied up and then lose it on the second run score. I'm assuming we haven't seen his second run score yet. I could actually just check the score sheet. A quick little refresh here and we might be able to find out. Let's take a look. We got the men's semi-final. We don't want to see that. We want to see the actual final. Men's pro final. Here we go. Here we go. We've just got to see Jaden Shaman's one. Run number 2 is 15 points, which means Archie Cole has him beat at 60 on the tiebreaker. That is very, very exciting stuff. We have never seen a tiebreaker in the world final. Not with this sort of format. So it's going to be tough. Somebody else has to up his score entirely to take him out of first place. Currently, Archie Cole is your leader with Jaden Shaman in second. Then in third place, it looks like we have Angus Hughes at 67.33, nipping at the heels, but he's had his 2 runs and he's done for the day. So no more riding from Angus. We've only got heat number 2 to break up the tiebreaker. Who is going to take the win? We will find out right after the break. All right, fellas, it looks like we're about to get back underway very shortly. Just a quick recap here. Currently, your leader is Archie Cole out of the United Kingdom, followed closely by tiebreaker Jaden Shaman, followed by Archie Cole in third. Now, he actually waved off his second run. His first score, the very first run of the day, has had him sat in third place. Can he hold on to it for this entire second heat? We're going to find out very shortly. A couple of big names in the chat. We've got Caper and Funk watching from the United States. Max Peters from Australia. A big shout out to you both. Both iconic legends and frontrunners in the industry. So a big shout out to you for tuning in. Everybody else watching, please give us a share on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. Wherever you got a post, make a post right now and let everybody know that the ISF Scooter Final at Lake Havasu is live and available for free right here on YouTube. Some big names in this second category. We're going to look out for Chris Farris, of course. The Ferris wheel may be on show today. Also, Hunter Frost from Fusion Pro Scooters. Another great one to be watching out for. It's going to be a very exciting show. It's been very, very special thus far. I gotta say, the riding is top tier. The live stream has also been holding out this entire time, which is fantastic. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the scooter gods for allowing the live stream to not cut out, as we had a lot of technical issues leading up to this showcase. The women's park final and junior men's categories were both interrupted, so I will not be reposting those to YouTube as we don't have the full show available to watch. Perhaps I'll get my hands on some recordings after the fact, but no promises there, guys. Need I remind you that this is the 2022 ISA final, ISF, that A is just embedded in my brain. And coming up next week is the World Skate Games over in Argentina. I'm actually going to be competing at that contest, so keep an eye out on my channel. I will be competing in the Street and Park Pro division. Not too keen on the Park div, but got to do it for New Zealand. I'll be representing my country along with some fellow teammates, Jordan Chan, Cooper Steen, and Seth Smith. It's going to be a very exciting time. We're going to be making lots of videos, so keep your eyes out on my channel. The action does not stop. So here, of course, we're looking at the heat number 2 warm-up. Lots of these guys doing double overheads and 540 flares just very casually in practice. Very impressive to see. There you have Matty C out of Australia on the right-hand side. A big boy about to do big things. the current owner of Volo Park in Australia. He's doing great things for his local scene. And it's very exciting to watch. Some very special moments so far. If you've been watching the whole way, big shout out to you. And welcome to any new viewers who are just tuning in. Of course, it's very important for these riders to get all the warm-up they possibly can, but not to steam out. That's another issue, you know? A lot of people go out too hard, too fast during practice. So it's important to keep your stamina at a good level and stay warm during the event. It's getting a lot darker now. The sun has gone away, so this second heat is going to be riding entirely under lighting from the skate park. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of visualization issues for some of these riders. Sort of has tipped the balance in scales in terms of, you know, visual ability. During the first heat, the sun was still up, so everyone had that natural lighting. But here, it's a little bit more dark. So we'll see how the riders adapt to that. We know that the contest was supposed to be held earlier in the day, but they had to have the semi-final this morning because of wet weather yesterday afternoon. There's no time to waste. Hopefully they bring up the infographics real soon so I can see who's actually riding. I know a lot of these riders by name, but some of them I do not. Here we go. We've got Nate PENA opening up heat number 2 at the ISF finals here at Lake Havasu. 60 seconds on the clock. He is gathering heaps of speed, going for something massive. Oh my goodness. A flip out of the tall section into the wedge bank for his first trick. Wasting a lot of time there though, 15 seconds down already. A lot of stamina has been used up in that trick, I can imagine. There's a toboggan transfer. Pumping around backside. Bar back lip. Big gap into grind. He's halfway there, 30 seconds remaining. Big buttercup to set up for the wedge, 360 downhill. 19 years of age out of Thousand Oaks. Coming to the box jump. Big flip Benihana. 15 to go as he pumps around the helmet. Up and over to the quarter. Wow, Stanley Flair. 5 to go. Frontside lip. Front Smith. Last trick. And that is pretty much time for Nate PENA's first run. Would love to see him stomp that massive flip trick. I wonder if he should really leave it to the end of his run rather than the start. But maybe his coaches will let him know. I wouldn't say he'll be top 3 based off that score. Next up, looks like it's a crowd favorite. Believe this is Hunter Frost. Fusion Pro Scooter's been doing really big things in the industry. A great video featured on Olay brand recently of this guy. You might have seen a viral clip of him flipping over a 3-section bowl bank to bank. Towed in by a motorcycle. It was insane. Here we go. Hunter Frost, 60 seconds. Flair, an abundance of tail whips. Backside lip quickly snuck in there. Frontside, topside, heel finger. Getting a little bit wobbly on it. Dono flip onto the wedge. Coming around the berm into the box. Nothing front. Heel whip. Nothing front. Heel whip. My goodness. Some really, really big tricks from this guy. He just needs to tidy up the footwork, I think. There's a backside putter. Massive air. Again, frontside air on the wedge with the bar twist. Or an untwist, rather. Up and around. 20 to go. Flip Superman. He is flying. Coming around the helmet. 15 to go. Heel to kickless. A quick nod. 10 to go. Gotta hold it together. Double flare. Oh, slams it, unfortunately. Think he might have cheek checked it. He's not looking too flash. Might have done something to the ankle there. Just a big explosion. Oh, he's not too stoked. Hunter Frost, ladies and gentlemen, looks like he's got very, very sore ankles. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Get a quick ice pack on there. Can of worms, can of beans. Take that shoe off. Roll the foot on the can. There's so many tricks to get rid of that heel bruise temporarily. Loosen everything up. He's got some work to do in the second run. So Nate PENA slotting himself into 11th at 61. He's got a bit of work to do in his second. Who is up next? I'm quite liking the aesthetic of the lit up park though. The sky is looking beautiful here at Lake Havasu. If you haven't been to the skate park, definitely worth a visit. It's got the beautiful lake right next to it, and if you saw Sovereign of Street, you'll know that the street section is right off the back of this park. Definitely worth a visit. Next up, it's MATTY, 60 seconds on. Look like an inward cup. Bar heel thing. Or bar heel stop? What would you call it? Tell me in the comments. Huge flip combination over the box jump as he shoots himself into the helmet. And back out, inward bry. Bar backlip tail. Ooh, salad backlip. Getting technical on the coping. Big Benihana. Fronty whip out of the bowl. Up and around the berm. He's packing in the tricks, man. No time to waste. 25 to go. Camera switch didn't allow me to see that one. 20 seconds left. Over the spine. Dropping the foot, though. That's going to cost him. Boy, whip butter to late, I want to say. Over the transfer is a fakey Phoebes. Flare whip downhill. Right on the buzzer, and that's it for MATTY. PEKAREK. So nobody come through with the upset for Jaden Shaman or Archie Cole just yet. They've still got leader Jaden Shaman on the board. However, we know that based on the tiebreaker ruling, Archie Cole is in fact your leader. Gonna reset the timer on my end. Take a sip of water. Take a breath. Because up next, it is Christopher Farris, the inventor of the Ferris wheel. The cameras are searching for him. Looks like he's got a deep run up. Is the first trick gonna be the Ferris? We're about to find out. Here he comes. 60 seconds on the clock. Chris Farris. Wow, massive backflip Superman. The extension on that is backbreaking. Up and over the roller into the quarter. Huge flare triple tail. Frontside board. In fakie. The height is fantastic. 360 butter to the wedge. An old school move if I ever saw it. He's halfway there. Cash roll. Sticks it. It's looking good for Ferris. Bar, frontside lip. Triple down. Might have been 4. Whip front scooter late. 540 flare. Bar spin. Sticks it. Downside tail. He's still got time. 10 to go still. Bar leg wrap on the hip. Inward bri flip. 5 to go. T-bog. Bar 270. He's crushing it right now. And a flare downhill. Christopher Farris has put himself in the top 3. There's no doubt about it. Getting dogpiled by his fellow man. After, let's say, somewhat embarrassing performance at the last contest on the world stage, he has come out here and shown everybody that he is a force to be reckoned with. Christopher Farris, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic performance. Let's wait and see what's on the scoreboard. I'll be damned if it's not an 80 at least. Could be 81. Could be 85. He had a lot of height there, a lot going for him during that run. The backy with the Superman was just incredible. A great opener. People do flip Supermans, but not like that. The crowd is blown away, honestly. I'm gobsmacked. The judges are going to have a real tough time putting that one together. Chris Farris, first place at 84.33, bumping down Archie to second place and JAYDEN into third. It might be near impossible to beat that run, and that was his first run. He's still got another. Jamie Hull's wasting no time at all. Double tail with the triple whip, dropping the foot there. Unlucky for him. Up and over the roller. Ooh, flare. Heel to triple. Fast spin tail. Just a little wobbly on some of these landings. 20 down, 40 left. Coming around the berm, into the bowl, to the box jump. Full. Finger, finger. Going down again. That is going to cost him big. It's not looking good for him. I think he's going to wave it off. Going to save himself for run number 2. It's risky business out there with the tricks that these guys are doing. Next up, with 60 seconds on the clock here at the ISF Scooter Final, Lake Havasu, Colin Mclean. Let's hope his run is Mclean. It better be if he wants to be in that top 3. Up to the wedge, 360, downside heel full. Up and around the berm, to the box jump, backy, bar, whip, rewind, kickless. 19 years of age out of Chandler, AZ. This dude is killing it. Here we go, that unique transfer. We love to see things like that. Double or triple to rewind. Looking for some crowd hype. Gonna do something big. Boy, Stanley flip whip on the box backwards. Unluckily going down there. He could tidy it up in his second run though. Full whip. Repeating the transfer though. No, he's waving it off. That's it for Colin Mclean's first run. A solid one, but he's got some work to do. Chris Farris, mate. We're going to have to review that run later on, I think, because it was immaculate. A very, very good run. Next up, Sam Morris. A name I haven't heard of thus far, so let's see what he's got. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to get on that podium. That is for certain. 60 seconds on the clock when he drops in. Here we go. A new line of sight. Figure 8. Oh no! How has that happened? He's come around the berm and slipped out somehow. That is really unfortunate at this level. Over the box. Look like an unless to kickless late. Buttercup. A little bit of Tokyo. Whip umbrella. Scooter is very, very small. Inward Bry. Backside Phoebser. Bry. Buttercup on the hip. 20 seconds to go. Bry to whip. Backside Phoebser. Smith. Buttercup drop. Whip Buttercup drop. Almost, but not quite. That is it for Sam Morris. I'd say he might be a little new to this level. Needs a little bit more diversity in his run. That figure eight was pretty cool though, if I do say so myself. But he's definitely going to be looking for more in his second run. Few too many repeat overheads, you know, too many buttercups. The Feeble Smith took his time up there, needs to be quick. No heels on the floor and such at this level. Next up, another new name that I don't know, Corey SPOSELLER. With 60 seconds on the clock, here he comes. First run of heat number 2, big kickless combination. There's a nice straight front flip to the wedge. To the box jump. Oh, kicklessing the box jump. Probably not what he wanted there. Wow. Stanley Flair with the whip involved. Buttercup transfer. Whip, rewind, rewind. Late on the spine. He's halfway there. 30 to go. To the side of the volcano. Nothing front. Downside. Tail whip. Bry double whip to back it up. 20 to go. Inward Bry. Flair whip. Frontside blunt. Seshing the half pipe. Truck driver fly out. Double whip drop. 10 to go. Looks like he's a bit steamed. Dead backside air. Back to the spine. No, it's a double flare. Going down on it, unfortunately. Nobody's sticking the double flare just yet. It's a big ask to do it to concrete. Especially during contests. There's a big risk factor involved with that trick, let alone chucking it on concrete, hey? Looks like Matty C's up next. A very experienced rider on the world stage. He's been around for a long time. What has Matty C got for us? Waiting on the judges' scores. It looks like they're ready for him. I'm ready. Are you ready? 60 seconds. Here he comes. Matty CERAVOLO. 360 inward to bar spin. Great execution. Great combination. Coming through to the box jump. Flip, finger triple. 10 down, 50 left. Bry, whip front scooter late. The double overhead with the handoff. Bar spin rewind. Kickless to rewind. Rolling around halfway through his run. There's the heel side Bry to kickless. Bar spin invert. Backside lip. Whip front scooter whip. Bry whip. Flare turn down. Just seshing the half pipe. 15 to go. .540 flare. He sticks it right on the buzzer. And that's it for Matty C. Scooter is looking a bit small though. Matty C's spinal cord. Won't be too happy about that when he's 40. Maybe he's got a good chiropractor, I don't know. I don't know if he'll be cracking the top 3 with that though. Seen a lot of those same tricks done by the juniors in the junior category. It was Liam Welsh. Who was executing pretty much all those same moves. Some of those junior guys definitely could have been up here in the Pro Div. But it's all about the confidence, isn't it? Going up to this level takes a lot of courage. Next up, Christopher Barcelo. A name that I haven't heard of just yet, but we're about to find out what he can do. Wow, so many whips. It was probably 5. Jeez Louise. Triple kickless with the late whip. 20 down, 40 to go. Bry Butter, unfortunately, going down there with the double overhead. Backside flare. Bar spin rewind. Halfway there. Another butter. Seeing so many butters today. Whip front scooter late. 15 to go for Christopher Barcelo. Mac flip. Inward Bry. Triple tail. Started off really strong, but really losing the momentum here. Need to see more diversity in the runs, more unique tricks and originality in order to get up to that podium spot. It's the tricks that make you jump out of your seat that propel these riders to top 3. Looks like we're going to see that flip out of the big section there over the flat top where he's standing. Can he get it this time? Currently in 17th place, Nate PENA. Let's see that big flip. Here he comes. Down and out on the wedge. 360 T-Bog bar spin. Almost coming off the side of the wedge though, getting lucky. Here he comes. Big, he's going big. Oh my gosh! Almost sticking it, but dropping the foot and coming off. Nate PENA won't be on the top 3 tonight. Toboggan transfer. Pumping around the pockets. Big gap to back lip. No bar spin this time. There's a big buttercup. Dropping the foot again. It's just not his day. Like I said, guys, sometimes less is more. It's all about the consistency factor. There's a big flip inward over the box, going upside down in the helmet. Can air. Not what he wanted there today. And he is done for the day. Goodness, you'd hate to see one of those chaps fall off the helmet, wouldn't you? It'd make a great TikTok. All right, next up, Hunter Frost is back in, the crowd favorite. He's probably got a very sore foot at the moment, but he's going to stick it out. Here he comes, 60 seconds. Flip combination to start it off. Cheeky backside lip as he comes around to the big section. Oh, slipping out firm on the top side heel finger. He's going to keep it going. It won't be his day at glory, but there's clips to be had. No, going down again on the nothing front to heel. "30 seconds down. What's he going to do? Flip to flat? Oh my gosh. Everyone's trying to get the camera angle. Flip to flat. Oh, bro. With 2 sore feet and ankles, he's going to be feeling that for weeks. A crazy, crazy trick, though. My days. He's going to be stuck in 12th place with that one, I think. But alas, the crowd is hyped.
Hunter Frost, ladies and gentlemen, repping Fusion Pro Scooters. A great company. And a great rider. Next up, currently in 9th place, MATTY PEKAREK. He's got 60 seconds on the clock, a smart player. "60 seconds. Big toboggan bar transfer, followed up by the whip front scooter late, dropping the foot there into the wedge. Unlucky. Coming through to the box jump. Flip, bar, bar, bar. 20 down, 40 to go. Inward bry. Bar, back lip. There's the salad back lip, getting technical still. Benihana. Heel whip out, no front flip. "20 seconds, he's looking for some crowd hype. Wasting a lot of time here. Remember, it's not a best trick comp. Over the box. Whip, bar, bar inside the backy, and he sticks it clean. MATTY PEKAREK, ladies and gentlemen. He's on his way for a victory lap. Chris Farris, your current leader at 84.33, is coming out for run number 2. I'd be very surprised if he did top his first run. It's a big ask. Can he do it? "60 seconds on the clock to showcase his skill. Just waiting to give the go-ahead. Coda's looking a bit thick, boys. That's him on the far right. Come on, guys, what are we waiting for? I want to see Chris do some flips, mate. Here we go, 60 seconds on the clock. Christopher Farris. Wow, flip inward with the bar twist. Just holding on. It might just be his lucky day. There's a flare quad. Front board 270. Bar spin, bar spin, bar spin on the transfer. 360 butter. Just holding on. Almost slipping into the bowl. He's getting lucky out there today. Back to the box. Cash roll. Holy moly. Frontside lip around the pocket. 20 to go. Quad downside. Whip front scooter. 5 flare bar. Looks like he went down, and he did. He's done for the day. It don't matter. A wonderful performance from Mr. Ferris. Hopefully he's not slipped a disc there. He's clutching his hip. So it's looking like Chris Farris is going to be your winner today, followed by Archie Cole. and Jaden Shaman. But there are a couple of riders left. They'll all be hoping for a miracle. That flare quad was big. The flip inward bar twist as well, getting very lucky on that. Looks like he's running up for another. Sorry, it's Jaden. Jamie Hull. He's back in. Double flip with an abundance of tail whips. Currently in 19th place. Wow, flare, heel, rewind, triple by the looks of things. There's a bar spin, downside whip. Bri twist to tail. Back to the bowl, back to the box. Full whip, finger, late. The technicality. Big bar rewind transfer. Frontside lip. Flare triple. Oi, the switcheroo. Look like a whip to whip umbrella. Triple downside. Interesting style from Jamie Hull. He's got about 10 to go. Front flip. Sticks it. That may put him up to third. It could put him in second. Although there was a little bit of footwork on there. The crowd is right behind him. A big improvement from his first run. Is he going to find himself in the top 3? The judges are going to take their sweet time on this deliberation, rather. Next up, Colin Mclean. Back for run number 2 here at the ISF Men's Pro Final, Lake Havasu 2022. Getting some props from Mean Bean. Here he comes, 60 seconds on the clock. 360 downhill. Holy, I think it was a flip, full whip, rewind, or rewind kickless. Tough to see with the amount of speed involved in these tricks. There's a double whip to downhill. Truckee out. Looking for that hype. Stanley flip, tail whip, and he sticks it over the box backwards. Could be another upset coming in. Full whip to downhill. Technicality on these tricks is mean. Straight fronty over the big transfer. A little dirty on the landing, but still sticks it. Bar spin tail on the side of the volcano. Mac flip. Oh, a little dirty. Barely any time left. Coming through. Whip rewind late on the transfer. And that is time for Colin Mclean. He's hyped as well. A clean run. A perfect run. Landed every trick. He's going to be top 5 for sure. At just 19 years of age, he's beaten out some of the biggest names in the industry. The judges are going to be having a very tough time on this. Jamie Hull has indeed slotted himself into second place, putting Archie Cole down to number 3, Jaden Shaman 4, Angus Hughes 5. With just 1, maybe 2 riders left, it looks like the results are set in stone. Waiting on Colin's score. Is he going to beat out one of the top 3 riders? The judges' deliberation will be so tough in these final moments of contests. They have to get it right, or there will be hell to pay. Colin Mclean, though, he does have a solid chance of getting into that top 3. It was a decent run. Had the Stanley flip. A lot of full whips, a lot of rewinds. Colin's been put in 6th at 75.33. A tough one. Very, very tough to make that call. Angus Hughes still sitting in 5th place from the first run of the day. Here comes Sam Morris. Up and out into the wedge. Around the berm, coming to the box jump. Whip, rewind, kickless, late double. 4 or 5 whips in there. But unfortunately going down. Tail whip. Backside Phoebeser. Triple tail. Another Phoebeser setup. Ride butter on the hip. He's just over halfway through. Nice combination over the spine. Unlucky going on down on a full whip flyout though. Knees practically touching the floor. I think they did. And that is time for Sam Morris. Corey Spatula. In for his run, 60 seconds. Front flipping out of the wedge. I think we've still got Matty C to go as well. I've just been notified by the chat. Double backy going down over the box jump. Unlucky for him there. A bunch of rewinds, a bunch of combos, setting himself up. Nothing front, downside whip. Bry double. Just a little bit of time left, in with Bry. Flare tail. Frontside blunt. Truckee out. And the flip drop. Fairly solid from Corey there. Would say it's an improvement on his first run. It's a 540 flare as well. I don't think they've got the stopwatch going correctly, man, because I'm timing these runs myself, and that was like a minute 10. Little bit of technical difficulty on the ground, I think. Next up, Matty C. And he'll be looking for a miracle here if he wants to get anywhere near that podium spot. A lot of work been done out there on the dance floor today. It is a big ask.
Looks like he's rocking Oath Components at the moment, or Triad. No longer riding for Root Industries, I see. Well. Attaboy. Currently in 8th place at 73.67. He's got a bit of work to do out there. Out of Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. 360 inward bar. A little bit of toe dap on the floor though. Judges got to have eagle eyes out there. Big backflip, Superman to late whip. Around the helmet. Coming through. Bry, whip front scooter late. Bar spin rewind. Kickless to whip. Up and around the pockets. A bricky of sorts. Frontside lip. Bar spin invert. Backside blunt. Whip front scooter late. A little bit of trick repetition though. Flare turn down. Backside feeds up. There's a 540 flare to round it off. Matty C, ladies and gentlemen. The Australian veteran. Showcasing still that he is worthy of the men's Pro Park final. Top 3 though, I don't know about that.
I think we are finally down to our last rider, Christopher Barcelo. And I would say that the scores are definitely set in stone at this point. Here he comes, 60 seconds on the clock, our final rider of the day. It is Christopher Barcelo. 4 or 5 whips over the hip. Heel Fing. Coming through to the box. Massive kickless, 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 late whip. He is bolting. Right, to butter. Bit of a tube stomp. Backside flare. Almost halfway through the run. Cameraman's in the way. Buttercup transfer. Hopefully he doesn't lose his way after that distraction. Whip front scooter late. About 20 to go. Whip rewind late whip. Pumping around front side in the bowl. Back to the big side. Mac flip. Inward bry. Triple tail. And bar rewind. He's stoked with that. Might have just broken his scooter. He'll be happy with that, but I don't think he's going to crack the top 3. And I would like to confirm that the top 5, as I stated, are Chris Farris at number 1, Jamie Hull 2nd, Archie Cole 3rd, based on tiebreaker, Jaden Shaman 4th, and Angus Hughes in 5th place. I've been your host, Scooter Brad, and this is the ISF International Scooter Federation Finals, Lake Havasu 2022. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next one. Peace out. Have an amazing day.